My child, this is a very secret message. Listen carefully. My beloved child, I was waiting for you to know this since the last 5 hours because it's urgent. Child, I have blessed you with the gift of family. But your family has once again come under a serious threat, as someone is putting an evil eye on your family. This is not the first time. And yet, I see how you always fight through storms without losing your love. I have seen your tears in the night and the way you carry the burdens of others. Even when your own heart trembles, I see all. I know all. And now, I need you to listen more closely than you ever have before. There are forces in this world that move with quiet malice. They do not announce their arrival with fire and thunder. They slip into hearts through envy, into homes through words spoken in darkness, through intentions that are wrapped in false smiles. This is what has happened again, my child. Someone with a heart clouded by jealousy, someone who cannot understand the favor that rests upon your household, has looked upon your family with impure thoughts. And what begins in the spirit always seeks to manifest in the natural. But I am not telling you this to instill fear. No, my child. I am telling you this because I want you to rise in vigilance. I want you to understand that though the weapon may be formed, it shall not prosper. The enemy knows that he cannot destroy you outright, so he seeks to strike that which you cherish, your family. Listen carefully now. I am not a distant God. I walk among you. I move within you. And even as these words reach you, I am already working behind the scenes. But I need your participation. I have given you authority not only to pray but to command, to bind, and to loose. You must begin now to speak protection over your home with power, not just with pleading. Do not ask me to do what I have already empowered you to declare. My child, someone has allowed darkness into their heart, and they have spoken against your family in secret. Their words were not just words, they were seeds planted in bitterness, watered with resentment. But I have already assigned my angels to uproot what was not planted by me. I want you to now walk through your home, not in fear, but in purpose. Speak my name in every room. Call upon my presence. Anoint your doorposts if you must. Turn your home into a sanctuary again. You may feel exhausted, but I have not asked you to fight alone. In fact, you do not need to fight in your strength at all. Your power comes from your trust in me. When you speak with faith, I move. When you pray and surrender, I surround you. When you believe that my promise is greater than the threat, then I rise on your behalf. But there's more, child. I need you to forgive. Yes, even now I see the question in your heart. Forgive who, you ask. You may not yet know their name. You may not even know their face. But if resentment begins to live in your heart because of this threat, then you will unknowingly open the door to the very darkness I am trying to close. Forgive without knowing. Forgive without understanding. Pray. Forgive before anything is revealed. Forgiveness is a sword in the spirit. It disarms curses. It shuts the mouths of lions. It silences the accuser. When you forgive, you align yourself with me, and no evil can remain standing where I dwell. Child, this threat against your family is meant to distract, to divide, to cause confusion and emotional exhaustion. The one behind it knows that if he cannot steal your joy, he might try to disrupt your unity. He might try to turn small misunderstandings into great arguments. He might try to make you speak words that hurt those you love most. Be wise. Be still when you want to react, but be gentle when you feel the urge to push away. Love more fiercely now. Draw your family close and do not let the winds of confusion blow you apart. I have appointed angels around your family. You do not see them, but they have already taken their places. They are stationed at your windows, at your doors, in the corners of your dwelling. They are not ordinary messengers, these are warriors, spirits of fire who do my bidding and move at my command. But they respond not just to my voice, but to yours when you speak my word. Speak life over your family. Say their names in prayer. Declare peace in your household. Call forth my favor, not with doubt, but with confidence. Remember, your words carry weight in the unseen realm. Just as the enemy tried to plant harm through whispered curses, you must now plant blessings that will bloom in protection and peace. I am with your children. Even when you are not watching, I am. Even when you sleep, I do not. I see the snares meant for them before they even take shape. I walk beside them in schools, in their thoughts, in their emotions. I hear what they don't say. I understand what even they cannot explain, and I will preserve them not because you are perfect but because you are mine. Do not fear what is forming. Fear is a fog, and it clouds your vision. I need you to see clearly, child. You are not surrounded by threat, you are surrounded by me. I am a shield around you. I am the fire that consumes what is not holy. I am the whisperer that tells your heart when to speak and when to stay still. The enemy will try to exhaust you through little things. He will stir anxiety in your soul by making you focus on shadows instead of substance. But hear me, shadows can only exist where there is light. The enemy is not the source of what you feel, he is only reacting to the light that shines in your family. You carry glory. You carry purpose. You carry legacy. That's why the attack is so strong. But the stronger the threat, the louder my voice will become. I am not silent in your storms. I am not absent in your pain. I am not far from your concerns. I am as close as your breath, as near as your next word. I never sleep. I never turn my face away from you. You may not always feel me, but I am never moved. I am the rock beneath your feet, the breath within your lungs, the light within your spirit. Now, I want you to be vigilant. Watch what is being said. Watch what you allow into your home through screens, through music, through conversation. The enemy is subtle, and he often walks in dressed as entertainment, as opinion, as casual thought. You must guard your gates, your eyes, your ears, your mind. Do not be passive in this hour. You are not merely surviving, you are standing as a gatekeeper for your family's future. I have entrusted you with this family. You may have questioned, why me? Why do I feel everything so deeply? Why must I always be the one to pray, to carry, to care? And I say to you, because you are chosen. I placed a mantle on your life before you took your first breath. I saw your spirit before your bones were formed. I knew your strength even when you still doubt it. I have given you discernment. I have given you dreams. I have whispered to you in ways you thought were just your own thoughts. But it was me. Every time your heart felt something was not right, every time your spirit stirred without a reason, that was me nudging you, alerting you. You are more in tune with me than you realize. Trust that now. There is a spirit of division that is trying to enter through unspoken frustration and old wounds that were never fully healed. Do not let it succeed. Let go of what was said in the past. Let go of offenses. I am healing your home from the inside out. But healing does not always feel like comfort, sometimes it comes with pain, but it is a holy pain, a cleansing pain, one that purifies and refines. Stay in worship. Fill your home with praise. Even if it's a whisper, even if you feel tired, praise is not a performance, it is a weapon. It shifts the atmosphere, pushes back darkness, creates space for me to dwell. When you praise me, even when you don't feel like it, you invite heaven into your living room. And where heaven is, hell cannot remain. I know you're tired. I know the battle has been long. But I am your rest. Come to me not just in moments of crisis but in stillness. Sit with me. Speak to me as you would a friend. I am not waiting for perfect words, I'm waiting for honest ones. I am not moved by eloquence, I am moved by surrender. And, my beloved child, let your heart be still for a moment. I want you to hear me not just with your ears, but with the deepest part of your spirit. Breathe in my peace. For what I am about to tell you is a sacred truth that the enemy has tried to keep from you for too long. You've asked why people are jealous of you, why they seem to rise against you without cause, why eyes that once looked at you with affection now glance with suspicion or silent resentment. Let me show you the truth, for it is time for you to understand not only the reason but the purpose hidden beneath it all. From the beginning, I marked you. Before you even took form in the womb, I spoke identity over you. I called you chosen, anointed, set apart. I wove into your soul threads of light, vision, and favor. And when you were born into the world, that light did not go unnoticed. You think the world only sees what is on the outside, but in the spiritual realm, your presence announced a declaration from heaven. You carried my fingerprint. You carried a seed of divine authority. And even when you did not know it, the darkness did. There are some who are jealous of you, not because of what you have, but because of who you are. They sense your light though they cannot name it. They recognize your favor though they cannot explain it. They feel your strength even in your weakness. This is why their jealousy confuses you. You think to yourself, but I have not boasted. I have not paraded myself. I have only tried to love, to help, to walk in peace. And yet, you are misunderstood, accused, misjudged, attacked by those who once smiled in your presence. But hear me, child. It is not truly you they despise, it is what you carry. It is the echo of heaven in your life that disturbs the darkness they have allowed into theirs. And yes, many of them were once innocent. Some were friends. Some were family. But along the path, they allowed small seeds of bitterness to take root, envy planted not by me but by the deceiver who has hated you since the day of your birth. He whispers to them in moments of insecurity. He feeds their thoughts with comparisons. He distorts their perceptions until they no longer see you through eyes of love, but through lenses clouded by suspicion, inferiority, and pride. He tells them, why is that one always blessed? Why does light follow them? Why do others trust them, honor them, listen to them? Look at how you struggle while they rise. And instead of rejecting the lie, they entertain it. They make room for it in their thoughts. And little by little, their hearts become open to manipulation. Do not be angry with them, my child. Be wise, but not bitter. Be discerning, but not hard. For what you see in them now is not the original intention I had for them. The enemy has twisted their vision, but even now I long to restore them. Yet, I want you to understand, their jealousy is a reaction to the glory they have not made peace with either in themselves or in you. They feel lack, so they despise abundance. They feel unseen, so they seek to diminish those who are visible. But child, your visibility is not pride, it is obedience. You did not ask to be chosen, you simply said yes to me. It is that, yes, that threatens darkness. The enemy despises obedience. He despises humility. And most of all, he despises any soul that mirrors my image in the earth. When you walk in compassion, you reflect me. When you forgive what others cannot, you resemble heaven. When you rise from ashes, you declare that death is not the end. These are not just acts of faith, these are acts of war against the realm of darkness. And those who have opened even a sliver of their hearts to the influence of the deceiver become susceptible to being used against you, often without even realizing it. You ask, why would they let themselves be used like this? Because the enemy is a liar and a master manipulator. He does not always enter with horns and shadows, he often enters disguised as wounded pride, justified anger, or subtle offense. He tells them that their feelings are truth. He isolates them in their pain and then feeds their ego with lies that feel like empowerment. And when they believe those lies, they become his instruments, not through rituals or darkness that looks evil, but through words, glances, gossip, betrayal, and silent curses. Do you remember the first time someone turned against you and you were confused because you had only loved them? That was not your failure, that was their open door. The enemy watched how you shined and plotted how to dim your light, not through outright attack, but through people you loved. If he can't take your strength, he will try to steal your peace. If he cannot stop your calling, he will try to discredit your name. But I am here to remind you, none of it shall prosper. I see the pain it has caused you. I see the weight you carry, the questions, the memories, the inner wondering if something is wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you, my child. There is something right with you. So right that it provokes spiritual tension. So right that you become a mirror, showing others what they were also meant to be and what they fear they'll never become. They do not hate you, they hate what they feel they've lost. No. But again, I say, do not despise them, for their story is not yet finished, and what they meant for harm, I will use to refine you. Every attack has increased your discernment. Every betrayal has trained your spirit. Every moment of rejection has brought you deeper into my embrace. I have allowed these things not to break you, but to shape you. I have permitted this fire not to burn you, but to purge the impurities around you and within you. I am not the source of their jealousy, but I am the redeemer of its consequences. You wonder why I didn't stop them, but if I had removed every enemy, you would not have learned how to stand. If I had silenced every critic, you would not have learned how to hear my voice more clearly. If I had sheltered you from all accusation, you would never have known the power of being justified by me alone. There is a strength I have forged in you through these trials that could not have come through comfort. The ones who have turned against you, some will return when their eyes are opened. They will remember your grace. They will remember your silence when you could have exposed them. They will remember the way you still spoke well of them when they misjudged you. And when they return, do not close your heart. Forgiveness will be your greatest sermon. Mercy will be your testimony. But others will not return. And that is also part of my plan. For not all who start with you are meant to stay. Some were only chapters, not the whole book. Some were scaffolding, not the structure. Their exit was painful, but it was also necessary. You prayed for me to remove what would hinder your purpose. Do not be surprised that pruning looks like loss. I am still writing your story. And though this part has been hard, it is also holy. For even now, I am lifting you. You are not where you were. You are not who you were. And the voices of jealousy and slander may still echo, but they no longer define you. You have been tested and proven. You are gold refined by fire. You have walked through waters that tried to drown you and came out with breath in your lungs and strength in your bones. You are a witness to my faithfulness. So now I ask you, lift your head. Do not walk in shame. Do not be afraid to be seen. The enemy wants you to shrink, to stay small, to dim your light so others feel more comfortable in their shadows. But I did not call you to disappear, I called you to shine. Yes, some will talk. Some will mock. Some will twist your words, question your motives, and call your blessings unfair. But do not answer every accusation. Silence is a shield. Let your fruit speak. Let your peace be your answer. Let your life testify of the one who walks with you. For no jealousy can change what I have decreed. And I have decreed victory over your life. Keep walking in love even when it's hard, even when they do not return it. Love does not make you weak, it makes you powerful beyond measure. Love is the realm where I dwell. And when you love in the face of hatred, you are standing in my likeness. You do not need to explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. You do not need to justify the favor I placed upon you. You do not need to apologize for being who I made you to be. Just remain faithful. Keep your heart pure. Guard your tongue, and above all, stay close to me. I will reveal the truth in time. I will vindicate. I will restore. But your portion is peace. Your portion is joy. Your portion is intimacy with me. And to the one who is still watching you with jealous eyes, pray for them. Pray that they come to know my love the way you have. Pray that they stop comparing and begin receiving. Pray that they too say yes to their calling so they no longer feel the need to resent yours. They were not your enemy, they were wounded. And wounded people wound others when they don't let me heal them. You were just a mirror, reflecting something they longed for but didn't know how to receive. You reminded them of what they were born for but have not yet embraced. Do not let their jealousy plant bitterness in you. Guard your heart, for from it flow the issues of life. I have taught you how to be unshaken. I have trained your hands for war and your fingers for battle. But this war is not always fought with fists, it is fought with worship, with truth, with humility, with the refusal to let darkness define your response. You have already won. Now live as one who walks in victory. I see your tears. I gather them. None of this has been in vain. I have used every moment, every wound, every silence. I have woven your pain into purpose and your rejection into redirection. You were not cast aside, you were set apart. My child, I am so proud of you. Even when you faltered, you got back up. Even when you questioned, you came back to me. Even when you didn't understand, you still chose me. And that is why I will continue to elevate you. Not for pride, but for purpose. Not to be admired, but to be a lighthouse in dark places. Keep shining. Keep loving. Keep trusting. The jealousy of others is not your burden to carry. It is not your fault. It is not your fight. Your fight is the good fight of faith, and you are winning it. Every day you choose peace. Every moment you choose love. Every time you choose me. Now rise, my beloved. I have more for you. Greater things are yet to come. And I am with you always. Your Father. Amen. Thanks for watching God's Helps. Subscribe for daily divine messages. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss out daily God's message.